Obviously, an immobilized vampire is thus easy to kill. You know, you pretty much at your complete mercy, but
Yeah.
it doesn't kill them outright.
It doesn't kill them, but it makes it much
Yeah?
easier to do the killing.
Good. Great.
I am not gonna lie to Mercurio.
Your lifesaver.
Oh, Paragon.
Yeah, well, quite honestly, I don't spend that much in this game, so whatever.
That astrolight?
I don't think you get that experience point if you don't give him his money back.
Demolition.
Oh, well then
You're inside
totally
the
worth
world
it.
when you engage that timer. You need to make someplace disappear. A warehouse. Looks to be a
You get
Sabbat
experience for giving someone money.
Yeah, are you new to role-playing games?
I heard a lot about that operation.
Well, I don't really play tabletops at all.
No, I mean that's not a tabletop thing. That's a
Yeah.
computer role-playing game
Yeah.
tradition. You give somebody money, you get experience points. That's just kind of how they work.
There's a guy. I never met him, but I heard a lot about
Or you get
him.
alignment
His
points if
name
it's
is
got an
Tongue.
alignment system.
Bertram Tongue. He's one of you types. If there's anyone who knows
Well,
more than
yeah,
me,
there is the
it's him.
karma
Unfortunately,
dispenser in
Tongue's
Fallout 3.
Tongue's laying low because of Therese. Therese Vorman, you know her? Anyway.
Okay, so here we're going to be getting our next quest, which is basically run around the city doing ridiculous errands in order to find this guy, who it turns out I could have gotten too easily if it weren't for plot doors, but whatever.
Don't you hate plot-driven doors?
Well, I mean, it's not a plot door in so much as you know where he is. You don't know where he is, but if it weren't for a door that is locked that did not have to be locked, you could just find him.
Well, in the programmer's defense, if that door wasn't locked, what I would have him do is not spawn until you finish the last quest.
True.
He doesn't have to.
Well, that would
there.
be... I don't know, that might even be more irritating, though, because...
Also, he's a Nosferatu, and thus has obfuscate. So he could just be there, but invisible, and does not show up unless you have the okay from one of the Vormans for him to come out.
She and her sister Jeanette, they run the asylum. Some freaky customers frequent that place. I try not to do business there.
You're a ghoul. Why are you talking about freaky customers?
Free customers in an asylum.
Because
That
he's
makes
a,
sense to me, actually.
because he's a
Oh, fair.
Ventru
Nice-looking broad for a
ghoul.
dead chick, but personality like stone. Who exactly? Therese I don't like, but I can respect her. Jeanette's different. I don't know what to make of her. She's a little, you know, in the head. I don't know. Therese is, well, like you. And I would think so's Jeanette. But I hear rumors about her. Alright, Jeanette got a body built for bedrooms. And I got close acquaintances says they conquered that territory. But I asked the main man and he says you types, you know, can't or don't or do that kind of thing. Anyway, whatever she is, I hear Jeanette's a wild girl.
If you are a
Okay.
female character, he will not come out and say that immediately. You have to press him for it.
Oh, that's pretty nifty. That's pretty interesting.
Alright, so do we want to go straight to that quest, or I think we can get some side quests already? Yeah, let's keep going.
Yeah, I think the side quests options you have at the moment are Kirkpatrick's and maybe Ease.
I assume that we can get ease. We've
I
been
think
down
you can
there.
get Ease.
I've actually that is one of the very few quest chains in this game that I have never completed. I have not done the Thin Blood quests.
Well, we should probably do that then.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, okay. As soon as I get out from these pillars.
How long is this game anyway?
It's
Just
long by modern standards, reasonable length when it came out. It's not like Skyrim huge or anything.
That's good. That's good. It's not as short as modern games can be.
Yeah, like if you do all of the side quests, I think it could push 20 hours or so.
Well, that's actually quite good.
I mean, it's not a doorstopper style RPG, but it is not quick.
Listen, it's like I've told you types, but you mean you ain't here to run us off?
Just giving us all the options in the world to intimidate this poor guy.
Oh, I feel
We're
bad
getting
for him.
pretty
Don't
sick of
intimidate
it.
the poor
Someone
guy.
citing domain, or in the worst case, is hunting us for sport. Dunno. We all seem to have come down with the same disease. Oh, hell, who am I kidding? We're a bad horror show, alright? We seem to be the runts, the mistakes. You types call us thin bloods. I say we're all equally screwed. I'm damned if I know. Well, I know you don't want to be one. You seem to be in the lead. You tell me. I just come to town for the surf tournament. Seems like years ago, but it's, well, been about 6 months now. Every night during the finals, I used to hit the local diner after the beach parties fizzled out in the AM. That's where I met her. She had a natural beauty. Not like all the plastic dolls littering the sand. Her name was Lily. I remember introducing myself. The way she seemed grateful for the company. Well, a few nights after our meeting, we were on the beach alone and...
So this guy's a little bit long-winded. I could snub him, but I'm not going to.
She tried to tell me what she was, but I didn't understand. And so she showed me. I was furious with her when I took it all in. I cursed her and left, never really knowing what I was. Well, I realise now how she must have felt. So here I am now, a mystery to myself.
So were
Clinically,
Thin
yes,
Bloods like
but honestly,
half
I don't
vampire
know.
or something?
I suppose I'd have moved on.
They
by
are
now. I think she'd
14th
show
or
up one of these
15th
nights.
generation vampires, so
Well,
removed from Cain that they're not really true vampires anymore. So yeah, they actually are kind of half vampires.
Yeah, is this all of the high generation vampires, or does it just...
Oh. So their blood is thin because it's diluted over a couple generations?
Yeah.
But one thing that I'm not sure about in this game is, are all high generation vampires thin bloods, or is it just something that some high generations will be thinner than others?
I'm pretty sure the way the game established it is that every 15th generation vampire is thin blood, and a lot of the 14th ones are.
Aye, most of them just recently arrived in LA. Got chased off by the Sabbath or some such thing from the cities. More in the dark than I am. They're a good bunch, but well, they've been through a lot.
So it turns out that he can't even pronounce Sabbat right. Yeah,
Well, okay. So you think you have no
one's
no
been
grounding
particularly
or
friendly
knowledge
to me
of the
in the city.
vampire world? You know, at
Reason
least you
recent
had the
and most
vampires
been
talk
chased
to
out
you, and tell you things. And these guys
Oh.
are just like, you're a vampire now, and that's it. And we're not even paying any attention to you. So they have learned absolutely nothing.
well,
Oh.
they know a little bit, it seems.
Well, it seems like they know they're vampires, and that's enough.
Okay, so basically, Lily is a 13th generation vampire, and she doesn't know a lot. And then she embraced E, who is a 14th generation vampire, and and then Lily was teaching him. So it was like if you made a vampire, your character here, and then tried to teach that vampire about the vampire world, how much would they know?
Jack shit. I kind of feel sad for this poor sap.
Yeah, now related to Thin Bloods in this universe are Clanless, or Caitiff, and he is one of those as well. He does not know what clan he is.
All Thin Bloods are.
Well, I mean, Lily was apparently not Thin Blood, so she could have told him, but...
Well,
did
no,
not do
like
so.
there's something about being a Thin Blood that like you literally don't have a clan. Like your blood is clanless.
So diluted.
Did you even get the quest?
Did I? Yeah, I got the quest.
Are you sure it's in your journal?
Yes, I checked.
Thin
You'll see it in a
blood.
few seconds.
I think we already saw it. I guess Krellen's a bit bigger delay than I have.
Okay, so the deal here was I'm checking out the diner, so I'm just going to do that now. This is the diner, and let's see who I can talk to. No.
Something I can help you with.
Oh, I can talk to this guy. I've got no clue who this guy is.
I know who he is.
Oh, he seems to have ghoul shade eyes, so
I don't see how.
that might be a hint. Looks like he doesn't want to talk much, though.
Wink, wink,
Goodbye,
nudge,
then.
nudge. It always actually kind of irritated me in Oblivion because when you saw vampires, you could see by their eyes they were vampires, and not a single person suspected it at all.
Yeah, is there a quest that we can do with this guy?
Not at the moment. He is actually just a continuity nod at the
What'll
moment.
it be?
Oh, really?
You have Auspex, right?
Yeah. Or I think so. I don't remember.
Once you're done talking to her, turn on your Auspex and go look at that guy.
And I assume we're just going to see he's a ghoul?
Is
See any pale girls hanging out around here?
Well, I mean, the joke here is, you know, the description also describes you, so...
Yeah.
Well, except you're not a pale girl.
Well, obviously if I ask number 2, then no.
pale girls. Oh, like the Fitzsimmons albino. Yeah, she hasn't been in here in ages.
And you can't take some of the other options because, you can't tell people about vampires.
I could take them, but I don't know. Would that earn me a masquerade ding? I have no idea. I'm just going to go with the...
Let me think.
I've got to find some decent option around here. Cripes.
Anyone that maybe tried to drink someone else's blood, that's probably a bad line to say.
Yeah, I'm not going to go for that. See...
Well, I will point out that thin blood does not necessarily mean anything about vampires.
It's still not a term I'd
But
like to
it's
drop in.
Suspicious.
Well,
It's
like, I will like any peoples that are like big on blood purity, like for instance gypsies are.
And he is
If you
purple in
call them
aspects.
thin bloods, yeah, you only have the first level aspects, so you don't really see auras very well. But you might notice his is black.
Oh, it looked purplish from what I saw.
Yeah, purple, black, whatever.
Oh, oh dear. So that... crap. What are we going to do with him then?
I assume that's profound and means something.
He's a vampire.
More specific than that was my understanding of it.
No, that's just vampire.
Okay. I thought black meant diablerie. Whatever.
Diablerie, which actually does not come up in this game, is
Yes,
red
it
streaks.
does.
Well,
Okay.
you can diablerize, but the whole act of diablerie does not reflect in any of the mechanics. But
No, but I mean,
in
it comes up in the plot.
Can
in
you
the
people will
explain
talk
the
about
tabletop
this.
game, a
Can
diablerist has red streaks in their aura.
Okay. Misremembered then. I thought it was black. Whatever.
No, black's just vampire.
you explain diablerie to the stupid noob over here?
Well, the game's going to explain it.
We may as well just do it now, since we've already...
Diablerie is the act of draining the blood of another vampire.
Oh.
It only counts as diablerie if you drain them completely. Just drinking their blood is actually something that happens quite commonly. But if you drink all of a vampire's blood, it's called diablerie. It's a huge crime in the vampire world. And it has
among the Camarilla. The Sabbat have no
that's
problem
true.
with it.
That's true. In the Camarilla world. And the Anarchs aren't big on it either. And it has some supernatural connotations to it. But
So let's see.
actually,
Can we look up Lucy in here by any chance? So I'm trying to
Does
figure out
doing
ways
that
of-
make a vampire stronger or anything, or is it just like being a dick move?
It makes them stronger.
No.
Diablerie is actually the basis of the Sabbat. The Sabbat's the whole Sabbat culture is built off Diablerie.
Klingon promotions for vampires.
So the Sabbat don't give a damn about the Masquerade, and take other vampires' powers by drinking all their blood. They do not sound like good guys.
No, not really.
In their defense, the reason why they do that is because they're trying to stop the antediluvians.
Well, still though, the Sabbat is the one major faction in the game that you cannot join. And you can join the Kuei-Jin, so...
Which I actually is one of my biggest problems with this game, because there is clearly a point in the game at which it is obvious that you are being given a sales pitch for the Sabbat.
Oh, that girl. Nice girl.
Okay, so it was asking about Thin Bloods. That's good.
Not like all the junkies and crazies I normally see. Yeah.
Still kind of disappointed.
Decent human being. She's the first decent human being.
Yeah, she looked so hungry too.
I'm glad you caught
Sat
that.
there all night with a full glass of water in front of her, talking about this and that. She seemed lonely, a little scared, so I let her stay in the booth until we closed. She left some stuff here. You seem to know her. Why don't you give it back to her if you run into her?